The complete guide to performing the Shaolin Shuffle Easter egg solo with no fortune cards and no weapon kits in Infinite Warfare. As always, my companion notes will be in the description below. Let's get started. For recommended loadout, we'll be using the Type 2 as our primary and the starting Kendall 44 as our secondary. We'll also be using the Hornet for a bit, but no attachments will be necessary. My fake card loadout will be Nade Party to simplify the late stage Golden Ring step, then straight boss fight cards. 5-second muscle and best for last for the whole time, with mana up and stimulus for tough moments. This Easter egg is broken down quite sequentially. There are 3 mini boss fights, each preceded by 3 steps. Complete the Stance Level 1, Rat Cages, and Chinese Symbol steps to unlock Rat King 1. Complete the Dragon Symbols, Morse Code, and Rooftop Cipher steps to unlock Rat King 2. And complete the Missing Reel, Golden Rings, and Disco Zombie steps to unlock Rat King 3. Upon beating Rat King 3, you unlock the boss fight, the culmination of all you've learned throughout the run. Here we go. At the start of the game, locate the power switch on the same side as Up and Adams and farm all of round 1 with melee kills. At the end, buy the Hornet off the wall. We'll be using this to farm cash early. Rounds 2, 3, and 4 will all be farmed here in the subway. I like to hang out up top by the ticket windows. On round 2, you can fire 2 to 3 shots into a zombie before meleeing. On round 3, it goes up to 3 to 4 shots, and on round 4, it goes up to 4 to 5 shots. Since there's no early sniper on this map, the Scope to Dollars Eagle-Eyed combo isn't available to help. If at any point in the game you find gas grenades, I recommend picking them up. However, they aren't as powerful on this map as they were on Raven the Redwoods. As round 4 ends, buy out of the subway and head up to the Black Cat Dojo. When round 5 formally starts, interact with Pam Grier, then grab a chi stance from a nearby bottle. If round 5 is a Skating Diva round, wait until a normal zombie round for this step. The Easter egg prerequisite step is to achieve level 1 in any stance. To do this, activate the stance and earn 15 melee kills. After those 15, stance level 1 and the Shuriken Lethal will unlock. Use up the rest of your stance to farm high reward melee kills, then hold the last zombie in the round. Talk to Pam Grier once more, where she will task you with following the rats, officially commencing the Easter egg. This step is a lot easier with the map unlocked and more tools in the tool belt, so we'll be doing that first. Start by buying the door to Heebie-Jeebies and the alleyway. Continue to the stairs by Bomb Stoppers, buying the door there, and entering the Inferno Club. I'm sorry there's no music in here, this entire playlist is a DMCA hazard. Continue past the DJ booth and buy the door at the stairs to head up to the roof. On the roof will be a second power switch. Head back down and buy the door to the dance floor. We'll start by taking a left and buying out to the park. Run across the path to the other side and flip a third power switch by Deadeye Dewdrops. Return to the Inferno Club, continue down the hall to buy another door out to the strip, then buy down into Subway 2. Our fourth and final power switch is here. With all power on, the tunnel will open up. Continue through, getting a preview of the boss arena. Take a left away from Subway 1 towards the Tough Enough machine. Go prone and claim the token beneath the perk for our first Pack-a-Punch part. Return to the Inferno Club and flip the round. With the round flip, claim a new stance jar. I suggest sitting here and farming up to our next power level. Using the Hornet, farm until we have $4,000. This will be enough to swap the Hornet out with the Type 2 down on the dance floor, then take the tunnel back towards Subway 1 to purchase Tough Enough. Continue on to begin the Easter egg. At this point, all doors should be purchased except for the 2 connected to the Race and Stripes roof and a shortcut in the Inferno Club. The first Easter egg step is to free the rats. Make sure you have reclaimed a chi stance, then locate a rat cage. For consistency's sake, I'll be starting with the Subway 1 cage every run. Throw a shuriken at the cage to break it, releasing the rat inside. You now have to follow this rat as it visits 5 more cages around the map. With Subway 1 out of the way, there are 7 possible locations for the rat to go. They are inside Heebie-Jeebies, on the other side of the wall at Deadeye Dewdrops, in the alley near Bomb Stoppers, on the Magic Wheel roof near Heebie-Jeebies, in the Inferno VIP room, in the Inferno hallway near the strip, or in the park near the Inferno Club. I recommend holding the last zombie on this round and watching the rat all the way just to keep things simple. All cages will appear to have a rat, but only one will contain our target. There is a chance your rat paths through the couple of doors we haven't opened yet. If that's the case, run through via the other side of the map with the alleyway, and you should be able to comfortably beat it there to continue observing. When all 5 cages have been destroyed, a golden ring will appear on the ground. Take out the last zombie to flip to the next round. With this golden ring, we'll have to farm zombie souls inside. 15 to 20 souls will do the trick, and skating divas do count. When the soul box is filled, the ring will disappear. After about 5 seconds, ninjas will begin to spawn in the area. You are allowed to move away if you need to create some space. After 10 or so ninjas fall, a locker key will spawn where the golden ring was. Pick it up to complete the rat step. With the key, head to Subway 2 and spot the locker with Chinese symbols on it. Interact to open the locker. We now need to shoot a few Chinese symbols scattered across the map. I don't believe there's a timer on this, and it's a very simple step. Big on a wall to the right of Black Cat Dojo, shoot the first of 2 symbols. On a bathroom stall inside the Infernal Club near the park entrance, shoot the second of 4 symbols. On a wall at the park near Deadeye Dewdrops, shoot the first and second symbol of 3. A full gong sound will fire off, meaning the Rat King is now available to challenge. To prepare for the first Rat King fight, we're going to add a bit more firepower to our loadout by unlocking Pack-a-Punch and prepping for double Pack-a-Punch. Buy to the Racing Stripes roof and activate Kung Fu mode. Start by bashing open the door in the wall next to Racing Stripes, then head back up and open the 2 gates on this roof for convenience. Run through the Infernal Club up to the roof. Break this gate to access the vent drop, and this gate to access the drop down to the strip. Break one last door next to blue bolts in the corner of the strip to complete your double Pack-a-Punch prep. When you have $2,000, buy Bang Bangs at Subway 2. Now for the Pack-a-Punch parts. We already have the coin from earlier, leaving us with 2 more parts to find. The film reel can be found in one of 4 locations. In Subway 2 on boxes next to the Chinese locker, in the Rat King Arena at the pipe near Subway 2, in the Infernal Club on a couch near the bridge, and from the strip at the start of the tunnel on a crate. The Pink Cat flyer can also be found in one of 4 locations. On the sidewalk just outside of the Pink Cat, on a folding chair across from Racing Stripes, on the other side of the Infernal Club roof from Quickies, or in the small alley next to the Black Cat Dojo. With all 3 parts now acquired, hang out in the street outside of the Pink Cat to farm cash. Once you have enough for Pack-a-Punch, interact at the Pink Cat door to open it with the flyer. At the far left is a door lit blue. Interact to open it with the coin. Then interact with the projector to place the film reel, and after a moment, the portal to the Pack-a-Punch room will appear. Pack the Type 2, then turn around and interact with this button on the wall. This will unlock the alien fuses required for double Pack-a-Punch for a limited time. Return to the film, exit the Pink Cat, and immediately take a right to run through the portal we created earlier. This will plop us right next to the panel containing 2 empty alien fuses. Interact to claim them. With our upgraded weaponry, head back to the Black Cat Dojo, where you will find a rat symbol on the ground outside. Interact to summon the Rat King, and make sure your Type 2 is akimbo. As soon as his summoning animation completes and he turns towards you, unload ammo into him until the shield icon shows. He is invulnerable during this moment. Watch for his animation to complete again, then as he charges you, dump more ammo into him. If you're fast enough, the Rat King can fall without ever performing a special attack. 1 Rat King down, 2 to go. At the Rat King's death location will be an eye. Pick it up as a new tactical item. Interact with Pam Grier to initiate the dragon symbol step. Scattered around the map are 13 dragon symbols, only revealed by using the Rat King's eye. There are no range limitations on the eye, so as long as you have line of sight, all targets are valid. Only 1 symbol will show at a time, and you'll need to find 6 in total. There will be no repeats. We'll be making 1 big loop around the map to check everything in the same order we pass. Start by checking out the inside of the dojo for symbol 1. Check the window just outside of the dojo for symbol 2. Check inside Heebie-Jeebies behind the speaker for symbol 3. Back outside, climb the scaffolding to the magic wheel roof, looking inside a window for symbol 4. Continue to the next roof, then up the stairs. Activate the eye and look in the distance for symbol 5. Continue to the alley behind the park and check the clothesline above for symbol 6. To get to the next collection of symbols, run into the Infernal Club and all the way up to the roof. Check the water tower to the left for symbol 7. At the drop down we recently unlocked, check the top of the vent for symbol 8. Drop down and exit through the VIP room to quickly check the cop car outside the map for symbol 9. Head down to the dance floor and the far right of the hallway with the blue office. Jump to check for symbol 10 on the ground. Symbol 11 is just outside on the strip, on the side of the marquee above the magic wheel. Continue to subway 2 and go down the Bang Bang side stairs. Turn around and jump to check for symbol 12. When you first arrive at subway 2, drop onto the tracks and interact at the rear shock line to place the alien fuses. To charge them, a train will have to pass by, so we can leave the fuses for now while we continue with this step. Cross through the underground tunnels back to subway 1, and on the far wall up high is the location for symbol 13. To restart the loop, go up the stairs back to the dojo and begin again. If you find a symbol while close to other locations, feel free to adjust your route to check nearby options. The 6 symbols encountered in my run were Magic Wheel Rooftop, Bomb Stoppers Police Car, Subway 2 Behind the Stairs, Heebie Jeebie Speaker, Black Cat Dojo Window, and Park Clothesline. At some point, make sure to reclaim your now charged alien fuses from Subway 2. To verify that the dragon symbol step is complete, of the various phones placed between the 2 subway locations, only one should remain gray. As confirmation, interacting with it will begin a 3-digit Morse code playback. Use this cheat sheet to narrow down what you're listening for. The list of possible movie codes is the same 6 every game, 1 for each poster, helping make the Morse code messages more distinct. We really only care about the first digit unless that first digit is a 4, at which point we can focus on just the last character input. Here's what I had. In this case, our first digit was in fact a 4, so we have to stick around for the end. If the last character is a dot, the code is 407, and if it's a dash, the code is 420. A dot at the end means 407. There are 6 posters across the map, each visually identical except for the movie code. Their locations are Subway 2, near where we place the alien fuses, Subway 1 across from the power, the small alley next to the Black Cat Dojo, in the alley near Bomb Stoppers, on the Magic Wheel roof near the Magic Wheel, and on the Infernal Club roof across from Quickies. Whatever you do, do not just run around and interact with every poster. If you select the wrong poster, you'll have to go all the way back to the dragon symbol step, which is a far reset. Just take your time and listen to the code as many times as you need. When you find the correct poster, interact, adding it to your newspaper clippings. The next step is the Rooftop Cipher, which will require an explosive weapon or equipment. If you've already located gas grenades, or if you want to get ahead, farm up another 5,000 while at the strip to enable pack-a-punching the Kendall 44. Thanks to a double cash drop, I ended up with a lot, allowing me to purchase both Race and Stripes and Bomb Stoppers, 2 highly recommended perks for this route. Bring the poster from the Morse code step to the roof, interacting with the floodlight to place it. This will shine an X on a window across the roof. You'll need to break the board with explosive damage, in my case using the packed Kendall. After a moment, ninjas will spawn around the floodlight. They should be quite easy to eliminate with your Type 2s. Once the dust settles, a letter will appear on the stairwell wall. Welcome to the Rooftop Cipher step. You'll essentially be playing a game of hangman. Across the rooftop are 6 symbols. Their locations are to the left of the word space, on the wall behind Quickies, on the scaffolding above the magic wheel, in the window along the back wall, on the wall corner near the window, and on the white table close to the floodlight. Each of these symbols corresponds to an English letter. Use the cheat sheet provided in my notes or here on screen to decode the symbols. The goal with this cipher is to use the symbols to spell out a valid word. A list of valid words also appears in my notes, separated by starting letter. It appears that it's possible for multiple valid characters to be available for selection, at which point it's a bit of a coin flip as to which one will be right. It's not too big of an issue. If you select the wrong one, you'll hear a buzzer, and we'll have to restart with a new first letter. Take your time, pausing the game if you must, to determine which letters are viable candidates, and checking the symbols for a match. Here's what happened on my run. My starting letter was N. Based on the notes, there are 3 possible words that start with N, those being New York, Nightfall, and Nunchucks. Thus, my second letter candidates are E, I, and U. As you run around, check symbols until one is a match. This symbol here is a U, so it's a candidate. I decided to try my luck, and thankfully, it's the letter we were looking for. With the first two letters being NU, this narrows my word down to nunchucks as the only possibility. Next to find is the symbol for N, then keep iterating for C, H, U again, C again, K, and S. On completion, a gong will sound, meaning the second Rat King fight is now available. Head over to the rooftop near the Deadeye Dewdrops perk machine to find another Rat King symbol. Summon and slay once again. If you can, try to keep your last zombie alive during this, as this will provide a bonus for the upcoming task. On completion, interact with the brain the Rat King drops. 2 Rat Kings down, 1 to go. With the brain acquired, head to the Black Cat Dojo and speak to Pam. You'll see a smudge flash on the right side of your screen. You now need to flip the round 3 times in order to progress. I recommend hanging out on the strip to farm as it's pretty open, the Type 2 is nearby for ammo, and you can have the opportunity to double pack your weapons. After you have flipped your scene 3 times, about 45 seconds into this new scene, your game will suddenly be hijacked. It's a little bit of a jump scare. You'll be relocated to the space in front of the Black Cat Dojo with a few zombies nearby, and your scene count will automatically progress due to the missing reel. Probably use the Kendall 44 to clear out the horde. Once the zombies are gone, the fire keeping you trapped will disappear, and your round will resume as normal. A golden turnstile has just dropped in the area. Find it, then bring it to the broken turnstile in Subway 1, completing the message received achievement. That's this step done. Now available is the Golden Ring step. At the alley near Bomb Stoppers, climb the ladder that's towards the Inferno Club. Once on top, cross the scaffolding to the other side and shoot into this window, hitting the dragon symbol inside. Once activated, the shade will shutter and a golden ring will appear on the ground beneath you. The first location will always be here. You now need to farm zombies inside of the ring. Once enough souls have been collected, the ring will move. There are 5 possible ring locations, and they form a kind of arc across half the map. They are Subway 1 just outside the tunnel, the Bomb Stoppers alleyway we just completed, the Inferno Club VIP room, the middle of the park, and the rooftop closest to the park where Rat King 2 was. Check the locations along this path until you find the next ring location. In my run, I went from Bomb Stoppers to VIP, to Park, to Subway 1, to Rooftop, back to VIP. This step is a great candidate for gas grenades and the Nade Party fake card. Alternatively, Kendall 44 explosive rounds will also do just fine. Souls from Diva Zombies and Ninjas also count for this step. After 6 total rounds of the Golden Ring farming, a gong will sound to signal completion of the step. The final bothersome step is the Disco Zombie step. Start by pulling up the horde out on the strip to get them out of the way. I recommend starting this step with a full spawn limit present. I'm not positive of the behavior when you're forced to flip rounds during this. When you have the horde grouped, head back inside and buy the shortcut door up to the 2nd floor. Interact with the turntables above the dance floor to spawn a dancing zombie. Make your way back out to the strip. I used the roof exit in this instance. Pull up again, then bring the horde inside. There is a bug that I have sometimes encountered where the dancing zombie temporarily despawns, presumably due to going out of range. With enough time, it'll eventually pop back in. For this step, you need to eliminate the disco zombie on the dance floor with another zombie also on the dance floor, transferring the disco ball from one to the next. Continue to loop the horde after you kill, and as you exit out to the hall, swap to the Kendalls should you need to defend yourself. If you need to recondense the horde out on the strip, go ahead and do so. Bring the horde back to the dance floor, and keep transferring the disco zombie. Don't get too greedy with this. Anywhere from 1 to 3 transfers per loop is perfectly fine. Documentation on this step is pretty sparse. In my run, I made 6 total passes, killing somewhere between 8 and 10 zombies total, transferring the disco ball. I did do my best to avoid killing non-disco zombies as well. In other attempts, this step has given me a lot harder time. Perhaps that was because I was being less careful with my aim. When the gong sounds, Rat King 3 is available to challenge. The final Rat King fight is on the strip. Keep a couple of zombies alive in this round, as accidentally flipping and having to fight both the horde and the Rat King can cause some problems. The Rat King's health for this fight seems to be quite a bit greater than the others, so do be careful around extended fights. You'll likely have to swap over to the Kendalls during the end of the fight, causing a round flip. Also look out for the Rat King's Ninja Summon, prioritizing your life when this happens. When the Rat King falls, pick up his heart. This will replace your lethal, and when used will insta-kill nearby zombies. It has infinite uses, and recharges slightly slower than the Rat King Eye. With all Rat King mini-bosses eliminated, our final tasks are to double pack both of our weapons, and acquire our final candy perk, Quickies. I recommend using the Kendalls to farm for this extra money, as we'll be opening the boss fight with the Type 2s, and we will not be getting any free ammo before then. Finish up your kit, then return to the Black Cat Dojo. To initiate the boss fight, interact with Pam Grier, then take Subway 1 down to Sewer and the Pit. If you get there too soon, you'll have to wait for Pam's monologue to complete, but eventually a cutscene will commence. Welcome to the boss fight. This fight will alternate between Rat King fights using the Type 2 and mini-game fights using the Kendall 44s, 3 times in total, culminating in one final DPS check. To start, swap to the Type 2's Akimbo and pump damage into the Rat King. After about 3 complete mags, a gong will sound, signaling the end of the Rat King 1. At every minigame fight, you have the option to select which minigame to perform. I recommend starting with the red heart, as I find it the hardest. Interact to pick up the heart, then interact in the center to place it. For the heart fight, acid will flood the arena. It deals a small amount of damage whenever you stand over it. To complete this fight, you have to clear all of the acid in the arena by eliminating a zombie atop each puddle. I recommend keeping the flow in a single direction to simplify things. Do be careful about the acid and any zombies that may be spawning behind you. The damage can add up rapidly. If you do not clear the acid in time, it will all be refreshed, and you will have to keep trying. Note, you do not get any max ammo drops if you fail, so it's a pretty brutal fail condition for this one. On success, a gong will sound, and that's Phase 1 done. Phase 2 will open with a max ammo in the center. Swap back to the Type 2s and make sure they're reloaded in Akimbo to maximize ammo. The Rat King will re-enter the arena to fight again. Don't forget about your Fate and Fortune cards for this fight, as well as the Rat King Heart to help clear out zombies. Pam Grier will also come fight alongside you during the Rat King segments. Whenever the Rat King summons ninjas, I recommend swapping to the Kendalls to clear out the horde. These guys are fast and powerful, deal with them as soon as possible. Once the Rat King is down, claim the green eye for our next minigame fight, and use the rest of your Type 2s to clear out any remaining troublesome zombies. When you're ready, interact in the center to place the eye. For the eye fight, symbols will spawn around the arena. Using your Rat King Eye tactical, reveal the symbols and shoot them with the Kendalls. During this fight, you can typically outrun the horde as long as you continue making a loop. Most of the symbols are up high, but not all. If you're taking too long, the Rat King will start throwing more symbols into the arena, which you can see happening as he throws rocks around. This was when I finally realized I needed to look down for some symbols. Once all symbols have been hit, a gong will sound, and that's Phase 2 done. Phase 3 will open with another max ammo in the center. Defend yourself as the Rat King returns, then big damage on boss when he shows himself. Be very careful with his ranged attacks, such as throwing the rock or his Earth Splitter Slam. If your screen starts to go red, focus up on the defense and play fast and loose with the Kendalls. We will have extra ammo to play with. Turn back on the boss, and when he falls, that leaves only the blue brain minigame fight remaining. Interact to pick it up, then place it in the center. For this fight, you need to distract the Rat King while blue-eyed zombies attack the brain in the middle. We save this fight for last because it is impossible to fail due to time. Even if you run out of ammo, you can keep running in circles and eventually the task will complete. Use the Kendalls primarily to defend yourself, but also to attack the Rat King when he's on the outside. If he's in the middle, the explosive damage from the Kendalls won't do much good as they clear out the blue-eyed horde. Try to focus on damaging him right when he spawns to get him to sink back below ground. On completion, a gong will sound, and another max ammo will spawn in the center. This is now the final fight. As it begins, stick with the Kendalls to defend yourself from the horde and spawning ninjas until Pam arrives to help you out. You could go for the raw DPS check, however, that's a bit risky. Prioritize defense, then run over to one of the tunnel exits and interact with the trap to activate the ventilation system. This trap is absolutely busted. It will wipe the entire horde for you, repeatedly, for like a minute. I'm not sure what the recharge time is on this trap, so I elected to save it just for the end. Big damage on boss until the cutscene plays. At this point, you've earned the Soul Brother achievement for collecting all newspaper clippings and defeating the Rat King. Once you exit the cutscene, claim the Soul Key to complete Pest Control. With the Easter egg complete, Pam's Kirisuto Men is now available for free off the wall in the dojo. If you pack a punch this weapon, you'll also learn the Sliced and Diced achievement, but I didn't. And that's Shaolin Shuffle. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, like the video. If you want to see more Zombies Easter egg guides or potentially Battlefield 6 content, subscribe down below. And as always, I've been Noodles. You've been awesome. I'll see you next time with Attack of the Radioactive Thing.